Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. I am Nova and this is Nova Gnome Creations. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. If it's your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you enjoy your time here and that you find it to be a warm, welcoming place full of yarny happiness. And for everyone who has been here, thank you so much for coming back and watching my next video. So today is Tuesday, and Tuesdays right now are our mandala blanket updates. This is technically week 3, week 2 of working on the blanket. The first video update was telling about the project before starting it. So this is the third video about the mandala blanket. So if you haven't seen the other videos in my mandala blankets, mandala blanket series, I guess you could call it, I would recommend checking those out. And I'm also doing this along with a couple of other YouTubers, one being Llama Mama Kayla and the other one being Be Wowed by April Lee. I will link both of those in the description if you want to check out their blankets. Everybody's blankets are so different, even if you're using the same color palette. Unless you're using the exact same yarn, brand, color, and planning out exactly where you're putting your rows of the same color, your blanket will not look like anyone else's. Every blanket is really unique. I've seen several at this point, and they all look incredibly different. Like, they look like completely different blankets, so it's actually really cool. I'm gonna put some pictures at the end of my video. That's what I'm doing for my mandala blanket videos. So what I'm doing is, if you would like to share your blanket, if you're working on this with us, because this is an open invitation to anyone who would like to join us, then you can send me an email or Instagram, and I can put your pictures in my video if you're not a YouTuber, and you know, you're not making your own videos, but you kind of want to share your blanket, and then just let me know if you want me just to use your first name, if you want me to use your full name, or if you have a YouTube channel or a website or whatever, you know, you can let me know that and I can share that. But if you don't let me know what to say for your name, I'll just say your first name, just to be on the safe side. So at the end of the video, I'll have a few pictures to insert of some other people's blankets, and they are so gorgeous. It's really fun to see the way these different blankets work up. Also, Llama Mama Kayla has done this blanket before, and she did it in like a yellows, like color spectrum of yellows with black and gray and white. And it was really pretty. So that's on her YouTube channel also, if you want to see that. You'll just have to scroll back a little bit, but it's like the thumbnail for the picture, so just look for the yellow blanket in the thumbnail if you wanted to see what that looked like. And also it's on her Instagram too, so you could see it there if you'd like. And don't feel like you guys can't make this blanket. Like, we had in the comments a nice big conversation about how this blanket, it looks, on the last video, sorry, this blanket, it looks really daunting, but if you pull up the Crochet Crowd's video, which is the crochet along that we're using, and then you can also pull up the written instructions. There's also a graph of like the stitches. You could pull all this up, and it's really, like, if you just view it row by row, it's really doable. Like, if you know how to crochet, you have like a base understanding of crochet, and you know that, like, the normal stitches, you know, like single, slip, double, treble. If you know the basic stitches, you can figure this out, because he shows you how to do everything in the crochet along, and he's very, like, understandable and thorough, and like, he explains things well and takes the time to show you. And cool thing about it being a YouTube video is that you can always rewind and watch it again if you don't get it. So, you know, if you see a part and you're like, wait, what did he put that into? What spot? You could just rewind and watch it again. And I've surprised myself with how, like, this has been super manageable, and I don't want to, like, well, yeah, I'd say easy. Like, I can definitely do this and it's not difficult. But it is very satisfying. This is a very satisfying project. and it brings me a lot of joy and comfort. So I definitely recommend doing it if you haven't already jumped on the train. And I'm really excited for those of you who have, and to see your guys' progress as we go along. So one thing that I mentioned in my last video doing, that I'm going to go ahead and mention in this video, was I was talking about how I really needed to get a notebook and keep track of my patterns and the yarn I use and the hook size I use and like any notes or anything like that, because I just always forget. And I always like look everything up and put it in my YouTube description, but like it would just be so nice to have it in front of me. And then also, you know, you inevitably forget some things. So, and especially if it's like a year from now and I'm looking back and I'm like, what yarn was I using? I'm not going to remember that. So I have a little notebook. I actually had this notebook already. I was planning on buying one. And then my husband found this one when he was redoing the shelves in the living room, and he was like, had just some like stuff that he wasn't sure what to do with. And I was like, oh my God, that notebook would be perfect. So this is like a pink leather bound, and it's also spiral bound. And then I just wrote like pattern, yarn, hook, time frame, any notes, like just some prompts of what to put in here. And then the front just has some little like embossed leaves, and it says dreams, but I wrote crochet makes. And then I went ahead and I just started to write down the names of the patterns that I've done this year already. I'm not going to be able to go through and make sure that, or like put everything that I want in here. Like, you know, the hook size. The hook size is actually one of the biggest reasons I wanted to do this little notebook. Is even if I like start a project, go do other things, and come back to a project, I struggle to remember what hook size I was using, and that can be like a big issue and also just very annoying to try to remember. So that's something I'm planning on including. But I went ahead and just started writing all of these little stars. These are all different patterns that I've done this year so far, and I just wanted to put them in there, even though I already did them and I don't have all the details. There's more of them, just so that I know. And then starting with July, I need to go and look at the stuff for this mushroom fae, but I put like all the information for the diaper cake that I did. I know that this is probably reversed to you guys, so you can't actually read it, but you get the gist. Like, I put all that information. It's got the pattern, the yarn, the hook size, and actually what I was just pointing to is the diaper cake elephant that I did, and then also another project that I'm working on. And I'm actually planning on coming back on here with a video about this other project soon, so I'm not going to mention what it is. And then the mandala blanket is right here, and I put down the brand and the color names of the yarn and the hook size and all that, and I even have the date I started it, and then I'm going to put the date that I finished it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think that this is going to help a lot, and also I just like the feeling of being a little bit more organized. Also, I'm not going to lie, I'm totally one of those people that has way too many notebooks, and I like to have like a notebook themed for what I'm doing, and this is a notebook I will definitely use and come back to for a long time. And I think it'll just be super nice. I have some little multicolored little tab divider things that you can put on here, and I can like divide up the months or the years or whatever and have it all organized. I think that's going to be really nice and also like fun to do. Anyway, back to the blanket. So I have the blanket here. I folded it in half because it's getting to the point now where it is so big it's hard to hold up for a picture. But here is half of the blanket. And I am on row 29, I believe. I just got to row 29. And then I'll try to hold it up for you so you can see. So I have just been enjoying this so much. It is so nice and like relaxing to do, and as the rows get longer, it's perfect for just seeing what you need to do for that row, and then, you know, playing a game or watching TV or something where you're gonna have some downtime, you know, like if you're into video games, then you know if you're playing an online game or something, you're gonna have waiting periods where you're waiting on getting a team, or if you're watching a show, you know, you have your hands free and you can do something repetitive, which is one of the things that I really like to do when I'm watching shows. Is I like to just do some sort of repetitive crocheting where I don't need to keep track of my stitches or, you know, do anything like crazy. Like amigurumi is a little bit difficult to do when you're watching TV, but something like this is perfect because you figure out what the row is and you just repeat it all the way around. And we're up to like 300 stitches, I think, on this row, on these last few rows. So, you know, you've got a good amount of time that you can just do your repeats. So I'm really, really enjoying this. I already have ideas forming, for several different like ideas of making another blanket. This made me really want to do some kind of a Christmas blanket. And then also I have an idea for a future gift, like a color palette that I would do for somebody. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm really excited about it. And here's what it's looking like. And then here's the center of it when it's not all folded up. I'll try to hold it up for you guys. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. And you guys remember how I mentioned this yarn that I thought that this color scheme in these like rich hues reminded me of, but I've actually never had it myself. And it was the Mexicana yarn by Red Heart Super Saver, which I had seen in another YouTube video, or like several YouTube videos of other people using it, but I've never had it. Well, I got some. You can order it from Walmart online, and look how much this matches, you guys. That is spot on. So what I'm thinking I'll do is, I think I'm gonna border it in that color. I think I'm gonna trim it out in that color. I think that would be so cool to have the solids that just go around and repeat, and then like in the same color palette have this like color changing trim. I'm trying to like hold it up so you can really see the colors. But doesn't that seem like it's going to be so cool? I'm really excited about it. Also, I'm excited to use this yarn because look how fun and colorful this yarn is. I love these colors. So gorgeous. Love it. So, that's it for my Tuesday update. So I'm on row 29. Loving it so much. Now the rows are going to start taking longer to do, so I probably won't get such large chunks done in between my videos. I'm taking my time with it. It's not a race. I'm working on other projects at the same time. Like I said in my last video, I like to have smaller projects that I can get that sense of satisfaction from finishing going at the same time as a longer project. So I'm working on several different things. Working on amigurumi, working on making a little pouch right now also. No pattern, this is just random, just working it up. But I am going to be coming back on here soon with another video because I'm working on something that is pretty close to being finished. And that might have something to do with a certain person's puppy parade. I don't know if you guys have seen the puppy parade that Mama Kayla's doing, but if you haven't and you are interested in a video of puppies, then I would head over there and look at that. But yeah, I'm working, I can give you that hint. I'm working on a puppy for the puppy parade. And it's almost done, so I'll be coming on here pretty soon to show you guys that. I hope that everybody is having a great day and staying safe in these insane temperatures that we've been having worldwide, I guess, because my friends in the UK were just telling me about how they literally broke their all-time record for the hottest day. So, and it was like 102 in the end is what it ended up being, which we've definitely exceeded here in Texas, but it's crazy that everywhere is just having such high temperatures that's like unnaturally high for them. So stay safe, stay in the AC if you have it. If you don't have it, I don't even know. Eat ice cubes and I don't know, stay cool however you can. But I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you again soon. Bye!